Hey guys, it's Ryan with Big Dog Investing. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. If you guys could do a couple of things for me, if you guys can go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you guys have not done so already. Click the bell notification down below so that YouTube can send you guys notifications whenever I release videos. Watch my videos all the way to the end. And if you guys could, share my videos and share my channel with anyone. I'm trying to grow my channel as much as I can, and I definitely need your guys' help in doing so. Getting started today is going to be Monday, February 6th. We have a jam-packed update talking about the Lbry versus the SEC case. There was a couple motions that were presented, and we're going to go over those and then how those can impact the Ripple versus the SEC case that we're still waiting on Judge Torres to make a ruling on. So make sure you guys tune in all the way to the end. Getting started, the total market cap for all cryptocurrencies is $1,066 billion. This is a 0.76% increase on the day from yesterday. We still have not bounced back yet. And in my opinion, we're still waiting. Tomorrow, the State of the Union address is, and that's going to have a huge impact on where the financial markets will go, because Biden's going to deliver it. And we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video. Bitcoin right now is currently trading at $22,970. It did jump above $23,000 today. So it did go back and reach that, and then it fell just a little bit short to close out the day. In my opinion, depending on how the State of the Union goes, I think that, Bitcoin's going to stay around $23,000, because I think, President Biden's going to release a little bit of information, but not enough where, investors are going to feel confident in the markets. Not until, a little bit of more information comes out. But I do see to $25,000 Bitcoin, I think, by the end of the month. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Invest at your guys' own risk. Ethereum right now is currently trading at $1,637. And then XRP right now is currently trading at 39.69 cents. So we're just shy of 40 cents right now. And we're still waiting for the Ripple case to end. Getting into our biggest gainers of the day, AGIX is up 42.7%. FXS is up 30%. FET is going to be up 29.1%. And we have a lot of greens. Obviously, we're in the greens today, so the majority of your cryptos are going to be in green. But overall, depending on which coins you were in, you had a nice increase. I see a couple of, cryptocurrency influencers and, saying, show the receipts, and they talk about FET. There's one guy, he's really big into this. And, these influencers talk about, hey, I called these coins. Well, they called like 90 coins, and then one does really well. So they'll delete all their posts on the other ones, and then all they talk about is the one that succeeded. So don't listen into them. Do your guys' own research on coins. I have not bought into FET. Probably not going to buy into FET. But, if you guys did, congratulations. You guys are up 29.1% on the day today. So you guys can still make money in a bear market right now, as we transition into a bear to a bull market, which I do see in the coming months. Altcoin Daily posted a funny little thing right here. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. So, which altcoin do you choose? Theta, EGLD, or DOT? And in my opinion, I'm not, a huge fan of these two right here. You could have chose some other altcoins. I would have chose like XRP, Link, and Quant, or no, you know what? I'd do XRP right here for Squirtle because that's my favorite starter Pokemon. I would probably choose HBAR as Charmander, and then probably Quant would be a Bulbasaur, either that or XLM. So those would be my coins for altcoins. But it's kind of nice to see kind of the Pokemon community getting involved a little bit here. And trying to reach a broader audience. So I thought it was funny, so I wanted to put that out there. Getting into our Watcher Guru news, there was a lot of news that happened in the markets, and we're going to go over those right now. This is the biggest one right here. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says you don't have a recession when you have 500,000 jobs and the lowest unemployment rate in more than 50 years. And in my opinion, I kind of disagree with her, even though, she's a prominent, individual, especially, the Treasury Secretary. But, obviously these numbers, in my opinion, are fudged due to people still needing to go back to work after COVID. So this is why all of these new people are coming back into their jobs. They're not new jobs. They're just going back to their jobs. And this is why, 50% of Americans earning over $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. That's because inflation's really high. We talked about how the Fed just raised interest rates again by 25 basis points, which is 0.25%. We went from like a 2.5, 2.75 interest rate, depending on, what banks you use, to now close to 7% on interest rates, and some maybe a little over that. That's, a lot of money. So even though people are making over $100,000, they can barely afford it. 50% living paycheck to paycheck. Visa is testing how to accept settlement payments in USDC on Ethereum. We talked about that yesterday. Jim Cramer says a recession will happen no matter what. And in my opinion, we've already been in a recession. So, this point's obsolete. If you guys go to school, you guys studied finance based on numbers for X amount of months in a row or X amount of quarters in a row. We've already met the criteria for a recession, but, our president and our federal government does not want to label us in a recession under their, basically their rulings, or their, party's dominant, part in the presidency right now. Binance to suspend USD bank deposits and withdrawals while resolving administrative issues. And in my opinion, I think this will come back to normal right after they figure out what's going on. Nothing to be worried about, in my opinion, on this one. New FTX CEO John Ray was paid $690,000 for the first weeks on the new job. And in my opinion, a CEO of FTX, this is the exchange that Sam Bankman-Fried founded and was the CEO of, and now he's being charged with embezzlement, stealing investor funds, and basically using it for his own good, or his own, needs. And now he's getting paid $690,000. While FTX just came out and said that, they sent letters to politicians who they endorsed during the campaign that they would like their money back that they used to endorse those individuals. Obviously, if you're paying somebody $690,000 for the first few weeks, that's a ridiculous amount of money, and in my opinion, that's a bad look for FTX. And in my opinion, if this exchange goes up, again, no financial advice, but still, don't use this exchange. It already has a lot of controversy on it. Google to launch Chat GPT artificial intelligence rival Bard in coming weeks. This is kind of crazy. Obviously, Google's going to try to dominate this market. It's dominating the tech market right now, search engine wise. Ad revenue wise, Google does very well. So Chat GPT comes out of the blue with artificial intelligence, can write papers, can basically code, and do just a bunch of basically anything you want it to do, in my opinion. And now Google's going to try to, figure this out because GPT ended up becoming so popular so fast. AMC stock trading halted. Again, this is just ridiculous in my opinion. I haven't looked into why, but, AMC and GameStop stock got halted, 2 years ago when the Wall Street bros got together and tried to basically get back at all of these hedge funds and stuff like that, who are trying to short the markets and short those two stocks. And, Robinhood and a couple other big, a couple of the big hedge funds, kind of stopped the trading and basically, had their major investors' best interest at heart. And that was ridiculous. President Biden says the risk of a recession is very low. You have Jim Cramer saying that, a recession's imminent. Biden's coming out and saying it's very low. If you look at the facts, guys, we're already in a recession. So, prepare, make sure you guys have food, water saved up. Make sure you guys, don't have all of your guys' money in just dollar bills. If you guys like gold or silver, make sure you guys do that. I prefer cryptocurrency, but, that's to each their own. Make sure you guys do your guys' own research and stuff. Bank of America CEO says the company is preparing for potential U.S. debt default. This is really big news right here, and I can see this impacting the financial markets. So make sure we look out for the U.S. debt to default. If this happens, it will cripple the economy. So make sure you guys, if you guys, have some money in stocks and investments and stuff, don't put any money in that you're not willing to lose. But if you have money in that you're, basically can't afford to lose, and in my opinion, again, no financial advice, I would take it out because you don't know. This is the unknown, and you don't want to play around with your guys' mortgage payments, your houses, your livelihoods that you guys have saved your entire lives for. Those are future college funds too. This was kind of cool. So Zach Rector, he's one of the guys that I've been following for quite some time now. He does a lot of XRP news. He used he ended up scrolling through and found HBAR price, and this is Chat GPT's HBAR price prediction in the next 5 years. Right now, I believe HBAR is currently trading at little under 6 cents, or little under 7 cents, like 6.9 something right now, maybe 7 cents. Okay, so 6.892, so 6.892 cents, so just shy of 7 cents. And according to Zach Rector, for this Chat GTP breakdown, by 2023, by the end, we're going to be at $3.20. At 2024, 5.50, 2025, 7.80, 26. $10.50, and then by 27, $13.70. I mean, these would just be astronomical prices. I don't personally see HBAR getting this high, but I'd love to be proven wrong. I can see maybe $1.50 HBAR price by 2025, which is still fantastic if you guys get in around 7 cents. Most of my tokens I ended up getting in around 3.5 to 4 cents. Just the range of when I was buying into the market. And I've had HBAR for a while now. I've had a couple of tokens, HBAR tokens that I bought, at 15 cents and 16 cents, because it did reach an all-time high of just shy of 56 cents, I believe. Getting into some more news, though, the XRP community, the SEC Gov versus Ripple, and the Lbry case. So in the Lbry case, the court issued an order scheduling additional discovery on remedies. So getting into this order, I'm not going to go through it, but basically that Lbry has a little bit of time to get some stuff together, financial documents, and basically get that over to the SEC so the SEC can examine it. If the SEC finds anything in those documents that they feel like need to be reconsidered, the judge will have 14 days to basically go over that with the SEC and Lbry and then make a ruling on it. James K. Filan also came out and said that John Deaton will be filing a motion to file an amicus brief in Zykai versus Ripple in California. There, the plaintiffs claim that Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security. They are asking the court to certify a class to all XRP holders who purchased and now hold XRP or sold XRP at a loss. The proposed class action basically would include XRP holders worldwide, including the 75,890 XRP holders around the world who disagree with the plaintiffs in Zakovanov and say the XRP is not a security. Also, the proposed class is not limited to the direct sales of Ripple and includes all sales of XRP, including secondary sales and international sales in countries where XRP has been determined not to be a security. John Deaton will argue, among other things, that the court should not certify the class because of the conflicts and because there is only a small number of XRP holders who claim that XRP is an unregistered security, while so many XRP communities worldwide claim that it is not. John Deaton will argue that the small numbers of plaintiffs in Zaknov cannot fairly represent so many who disagree with them, including XRP holders in places where XRP is not even considered a security. And in my opinion, I totally agree with this. You can have a couple of people who, say that they, one thing is the best thing. And in this case, out of 100 people, you have maybe 7 of these individuals who come out and say that XRP is considered an unregistered security, while you have the other 93 individuals that say that it's not. It's like basically saying chocolate ice cream is better than vanilla. In my opinion, I like vanilla ice cream more than I like chocolate, but I can't basically make that claim for everyone that vanilla is the best ice cream, because obviously it's not my favorite. Bubblegum is. So, this is going to be interesting to see. John Deaton came out and said this: whether it's the SEC or plaintiff's attorney making the absurd argument that secondary market transactions of a token, there are also securities simply because it may have been previously offered or sold in a way that violated Section 5 of the Securities Acts. I'll see you in court. So this is John Deaton basically coming out with a statement that he's prepared to fight for the Ripple community / XRP holders, and in my opinion, hats off to John Deaton, and I'm sure he's going to get compensated for this. I know he said that he wasn't being compensated, but if he's going to appear on an amicus brief, he's going to take some of his time, and that's not a bad thing. You guys don't do a lot of individual work pro bono. Let's say you guys own a business, and let's say somebody calls your business and say, hey, I need some work done. Let's just say electrical wise, you guys are electricians. Somebody calls and says, hey, I got some electrical problems in my house, I need it fixed right away. You go over and say, don't worry about it, I'm going to just do 90 hours of work for free. That's not the case. John Deaton has the life, he has bills that he has to pay just like all of us. So if he does get paid, do not hold him against it. Jeremy Hogan came out and said that Ripple is an investment contract, requires post-sale obligations, argument in front and center in another SEC action. Hopefully the blue sky law argument, Ripple becomes a tsunami. Because right now Ripple doesn't have any post-sale obligations. When I bought XRP off of Coinbase and other exchanges that I've bought XRP tokens off of, they didn't sign a little thing. I didn't sign a slip to Ripple saying, hey, I expect you guys to do this. I bought XRP as a transaction between cryptocurrencies and basically to hold the token. I love the XRP token. I plan on holding the XRP token until the day that I die and passing it down to my kids eventually when I have them. So I think that, basically this is a great, uh, backbone for a case, because they can't prove that secondary sales had a post-sale obligation by Ripple. It's just essentially asinine. The SEC is seeking disgorgement damages amongst Lbry. So this is the motion that we were talking about with Lbry, where the SEC is asking for some extra days to go over some documents from the Lbry where they get their financial statements. And says that is the total of the Lbry token sales minus legitimate business expenses. The fight here is over what legitimate business expenses are. LBC holders will end up with a pack of gum and a pay-per-click in the end 100. And we can see that this might have affected the Lbry token. I know that after the last ruling, Lbry went up like 70%, but let's see on the day today. Obviously, it didn't really affect the market too much. So, when they had a ruling around this time, Lbry token went up drastically. And, these individuals who bought down here got to up here, decided to start selling their tokens. You bought in at 1.4 cents and you got up to 3.2 cents. So you basically little over doubled your money. Obviously, these individuals started selling some tokens, and then the price starts to drop off. So I thought this news would have affected the price a little bit more. If you guys hold Lbry token, it's really hard to get right now. I tried looking into it and I couldn't find anything. But I'm not going to be buying any Lbry tokens. I like the token. I like the idea. I love, basically giving the SEC the middle finger. But right now, it's really complicated for me to get into this, and I don't know how right now. So I got to still figure that out. Um, and the last bit of news that I want you guys to look out for tomorrow is the State of the Union. So President Biden came out and says, I'm delivering my second State of the Union address on Tuesday, February 7th. Right now, it's February 6th. So it's tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys know what time zone you guys are in so you guys can tune into this, because this is going to be super important and this will affect the markets going into Wednesday if you guys are in stocks. And, while this is going on, if he talks about crypto at all, or he talks about the economy, crypto itself trades 24/7. So this could impact the markets like instantly if, something bad is said. So make sure you guys tune in. He says, I'll report the progress we've made together over the last 2 years on the state of our nation. Tune in at, whitehouse.gov. I'm going to be watching this the entire way through. After this is over, I'll be breaking down, what I took away from these videos or from this video, and his speech, and say where I think that the markets are going to be heading, because, we have a lot of disinformation coming out of the White House. We have a lot of information that, is basically, hey, that's looking better than it actually is. Like, we can't even say that we're in a recession. We can't even say that the American people are hurting right now. And obviously we all are. I mean, rent's up, um, mortgage rates are up, gas is up, groceries are up. there's a lot of things that people can't afford. You got unemployment, going lower, but the amount of, cost for minimum wage keeps skyrocketing. Minimum wage goes up, prices go up. But what about those individuals who were working? Say, somebody was making $20 an hour because they worked their ass off for the last, 10 years to get there. And then, the person who's making minimum wage at $10 now automatically gets a $5 increase because the minimum wage went up to $15. That person who's making $20, who worked his ass off for the last 8 to 10 years to get there, doesn't get anything because the business can't afford it anymore. So those individuals, that's where the middle class keeps getting shrunk, and the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and the middle class keeps on shrinking. Make sure you guys tune in. If you guys can invest with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Have a good one.